You boys look like a weird heavy metal band.
Yes, we are a band.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you play?
Symphonic, post-apocalyptic, reindeer-grinding, Christ-abusing, extreme war, pagan, Fennoscandic metal.
Right. Really interesting.
What's up, everyone? DJ Anubis here with you with another trailer reaction on the Metal Radio podcast. This time I'm doing 731. It is a Chinese historical drama film co-written and directed by Zhao Linshan and starring Yang Wu, Wang Yiwen, and Li Nawen. Apologies for mispronouncing that. The film follows the story of atrocities committed by the Imperial Japanese Army's Unit 731 during the Second Sino-Japanese War in World War II. This is also has like another title called Evil Unbound, so I don't know if that's going to be the American title or 731, but as far as I know from Well Go USA, who is releasing this on digital on April 7th, it's called 731. But it is interesting because, you know, sometimes when Neko and I talk about World War II stuff, she's brought up before that the Japanese had done some pretty atrocious things to the Chinese, which kind of got overlooked at the time because of Pearl Harbor and stuff like that with America and of course, the Germany and the Nazis and stuff. So some of the stuff that the Japanese did was pretty ugly back in World War II, and it doesn't really, it kind of gets glossed over with some of the, you know, America taking most of the heat for Hiroshima and Hiroshima and stuff like that. So, you know, as much as a tragedy and tragic as war is, and that time period of all that, it is important to make sure we understand also that, you know, the Japanese were not quite innocent in a lot of stuff that they were doing and while working with the Germans. So I don't know if this is a direct link to that, but obviously it's touching on some of the stuff that the Japanese did do. How much of it is accurate in the film compared to the stuff that actually happened, I don't know. But let's go ahead and check out 731.
天皇亲善，食物宝贵，真正换取自由。
你是靠装傻才活到现在的吗？
看苗头也该轮到你我了。
这里的人都相信仅靠换取自由。
1063，
你自由了。
1230，
你自由了。
1008，
你自由了。
マルタ使い切ったらまた取ればいいんだ。
最自由的都是被淘汰的。
我会让大家看到这里的真相。
Yeah, so obviously very dark. Especially since, you know, a lot of it's based off true events. This will be interesting to see how this goes. It says here, the film, now this of course came out in 2025, probably overseas, but first. But it says the film received negative reviews and experienced review bombing online, leading to review site Dubon not displaying its average rating. So I want to check something out real quick because review bombing does happen. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's all, done in purpose. So let's see here. So it hasn't been reviewed by critics, so that's probably mainly because I think there's like 7 reviews, but they don't even really give a rating for it. So I don't know what's going on there with that, but there's 50 plus ratings for the audience, and I'm assuming again overseas, only at 52%. Now that could be, because of the review bombing. There are like audience reviews for 5 stars. One comment says, hope more non-Chinese people to see this movie to know about the history. Brutal, but that's the only way this item of history can be interpreted. Plenty of tears were shed in the theater. Now, one negative review, just the touch this is actually from a legitimate reviewer, said, if 731's goal was to document a little-known piece of history, its style doesn't do it any favors. And then there's one positive review here from a reviewer, professional reviewer, says, if Chinese writer and director Lin Xiaozhao had not made this film, it would be dismissed as trivializing horrific war crimes for lewd, prurient reasons as it stands by trying to embrace certain film techniques. Now, granted, those aren't the full reviews. They have links to the full reviews. If you go on Rotten Tomatoes, you can find some of the stuff they're talking about here. I might get a chance to watch this before its release dates, and obviously I'll be interested in this because, like I said, Neko and I have talked about stuff like this before. Whenever we talk about the atrocities that Japan committed during World War II, and a lot of people try to sweep that under the rug because of what we did in response to Pearl Harbor. So I think it's important that we take in everything about that time period and the atrocities from everybody in general and how ugly war is in general. So how much of this is accurate, because sometimes in movies they will elaborate or exaggerate things a little bit to make it more interesting, but it does basically say this is a war mystery and thriller, so it's probably going to be close to the best, I would assume, as to not kind of sensationalize the atrocities that happen. So we'll see how it goes when it gets released and all that. Well Go, though, puts out a lot of great films. Just did Blades of the Guardians, which was amazing on so many levels. So let's go ahead and give me your thoughts. What do you think about all this? Is this something you would check out for yourself, even though it's a little bit based on historical fact? Is this something you'd go see or check out? Let me know your thoughts on it. If you're someone who's overseas that's seen it, let me know your thoughts on it, what you thought about it. Hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the Metal Radio Podcast.
You see me before you die.